From the East Brunswick Jewish Center, I'm Rabbi Jeff Pivo. Of all the radical changes that Judaism underwent with the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem, perhaps none was as far-reaching as Judaism's democratization. Prior to the year 70 of the Common Era, it was mainly the priests in Jerusalem who interceded with God on behalf of the people. After the fall of the temple, prayer took the place of sacrifice, and individuals addressing words to God became the norm. As we begin the third book of the Torah this week, Vayikra, we begin to see just how the sacrificial system worked in all of its fascinating yet bloody detail. In the ancient period, the sacrifices were at the center of biblical religion, and they also occupy the middle of the Torah. Vayikra was also the book of the Torah that Jewish children were first taught in their primary education. So despite the fact that it was probably originally compiled as a sort of priestly handbook, it became part and parcel of the Torah as a whole, part of the tradition that all Jews have a share in. Though we have lacked an active priesthood for nearly 2,000 years, we continue to study the ancient culture in which the Kohanim were the primary actors. We do so in part because Jews are to behave as a nation of priests, not in the sense of being prepared to resume animal sacrifice, but rather as a community whose every member has the power and the ability to address themselves to God through their actions and through their prayers. When we study the book of Vayikra, we should remind ourselves that unlike the biblical period, in our time we can all draw closer to God through word and through deed. A Shabbat Shalom for all of us here at the East Brunswick Jewish Center.